Hello, friends. Susan Axelrod here, the Confidence Coach. Welcome to the Confidence Zone. Is it a shock to know that I'm not perfect? It's Friday in the Confidence Zone. Not that it really matters what day it is when you're watching this. I have been, for the last 2.5 weeks, watching my daughter's dogs while she's been traveling. And I'm committed to their good health as well as mine. So we've been walking a lot and hanging a lot and walking a lot. And living in someone else's house, going back and forth to mine has, there's a lot going back and forth, getting the dogs in the car, out of the car. They're perfect dogs, all three of them with mine. They're perfect dogs. So it's not a trouble. But I'm at the end of that time. And now back here with all my stuff all over the place, I'm feeling tired. So I just went to the sauna. I knew I wanted to get that in today because, man, I love the sauna. And it really serves. I don't know if you know, but sauna actually serves your cardio. Sauna elevates your heart rate. And so I have a special gym membership, as I have spoken about frequently here, an investment that I make in my health and wellness, and I go many times a week. And so I did a walk with the dogs, the last walk, and then I dropped Mr. Cooper off, and then I went to the sauna, and then I just got back a little while ago, and I was sitting next to him on the couch, and I was like, oh my gosh, I am crashing. And I just for a moment gave myself permission to just be. I didn't have to go anywhere or do anything or be anywhere. And I was reflecting on my integral wellness idea and how I knew in my head that if I gave myself permission to start watching television this early in the day, I would be there for the next 8 hours watching television. And I put out a lot of energy. So sometimes I do that and I just go into mindlessness. I rest, I nap, and I bead or do other things. And so I didn't want to do that. I had a conversation with myself. I titled this, You Go From Feeling Unwell to Being Unwell to Doing Not That Well. And so by any stretch of the imagination, there's nothing good about sitting for so many hours on the couch in an enervated state, totally depleted, watching television. And so I know this, I don't not know it. And so I talked myself into getting some hydration and asked myself what would make me feel better now. Because without a doubt, through the idea in our mind, the mind focus on integral wellness, I want to be well. I know that when you feel well, you are well, and then you do well. That's the progression. And you know this yourself, right? So I talked myself into getting some hydration, and I wanted to come here today and speak with you about this. Because if you want to feel more confident going forward in 2025, to be able to speak publicly about issues that are important to you, to be able to negotiate for a raise in your job, to be able to walk into a gym because you want to do strength training, maybe to lose weight or get stronger, to be able to negotiate through something in your own relationship with somebody you love. There's all kinds of reasons that it would help to feel more confident. When we are well, when we are integrally well, when we're aware of the buckets, all the different buckets, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, creative, financial, etc., then we can focus on them as we need, and then we can feel better. And when we feel better, we are better. And when we are better, we do better. It's a definite progression. It's like a slam dunk. But the opposite also holds true. When you don't feel well, then you aren't well, and then you don't do well. Now, if you're ill, okay, go to bed, make some chicken soup and rest your body. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about your personal integral wellness. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Because we go from there to there to there, and we also go from there to there to there. And so already, as soon as I knew I was going to come here and speak with you about this, I felt the energy filling in. If you watch me sometime in the past, I mentioned somebody. I used to live near a man who turns out watched my lives, and a neighbor. And he said to me once, "How are you happy every day at 5 p.m.?" Like, I used to do live at 5 for 5 years. And and I said, "I'm not happy every day at 5 p.m., but when I'm going live and I know that anything I might share might be of interest to someone, might inspire someone, might kick someone's butt, or might move them to doing something that is important and helpful to them, then I get energized." And that's how I show up here. And so that's what happened to me today when I said to myself, I could not do it. I could not do my live. And if I don't do my live, I could rest, I could lie down. There's other good things I could be doing, but I'm going to not be well with that. And I want to be well. And so for a few minutes, I came here and shared this idea with you. This is not a new idea. This is something I actually had to learn many years ago now. And it took me a very long time to learn. When I first started hearing about the progression from well to well to well to well, and from unwell to unwell to unwell, it took me a long time at that time in my life where my mind was like, I couldn't wrap my mind around it. Now I live that every single day. And when I do well things, I feel better, I'm happier, I do better, I look better, I sound better, I seem better, and I feel more confident as a result. And also the opposite is true in the I'm not perfect either space as well. So I want to invite you to ask yourself, how well do I feel? How well am I doing? How am I being? And then tune in and become aware of this. Look, you know by now that I teach Qigong and Tai Chi. I have a podcast series where I'm interviewing people about their own, how their lives have changed from Qigong and Tai Chi. And every episode is amazing. I'm launching them out weekly. And I'm inspired all over again every time I record a new episode of this podcast. And then also as part of the podcast series, there'll be practice episodes so you can see. I can't say how much this modality can support you. If this is something that might interest you, then by all means, please contact me. I have a one-time package. I have an introduction package. I have a 6-week package, 2 times a week. I'll do this however it needs to be done for you to support your mind, body, and soul, because we all need to feel better going forward this year in order to be more confident, to more confidently present in ways that are effective and will produce good things for humanity, civility, and our world. Okay, friends, that's it for today. I am now going to go do something else because I'm energized and I'm up, and later I'll rest. All right, friends, take good care.